On the Shrybird on Make Here Preacher Man R&B, and this is an episode of Retro Land Comments. This time I'm doing another episode of Tom Book Reviews. This time I'm reviewing Smallville issue number 5. And it got two stories like usual with all the Smallville books that we've reviewed so far. The first story, it is Clark having the red kryptonite rain again, and he runs off. And his parents are worried about him, trying to find him, but it starts off with him going to this bar, and he meets this woman there, and he winds up going in the bar and kissing her and getting to know her a little bit better. And then this big fight breaks out, and he pretty much tells that he tells them that he's an alien. And like I said, this fight breaks out, and Clark goes through all of them and picks the girl up, takes her off, and then they go to this hotel after Clark breaks into this ATM to get some money. And he's about to, get with this woman, but she misspeaks, and Clark pretty much kicks her out. And then it goes to Jonathan, Ken, and them, worried about Clark and worried about stuff that's going on with the insurance and stuff. And Clark tracks down this woman's cousin because he's part of Inner Gang. And he pretty much tells Clark to stay away from his cousin. And it's this whole deal. And it goes back to the farm, and Chloe finds out about Clark and Lana and all this, and it's this big ordeal and thing. And Clark follows these guys from Inner Gang and gets on their plane and stows away. Let's see. Then this big fight breaks out between them, and Clark is able to take them on because they really can't hurt Clark because they don't have kryptonite. And Clark winds up stealing all their money and diamonds and leaves the plane. And there's a little reference to D.B. Cooper in this panel as well. And like I said, Clark gets the diamonds and he dips out. So after this, he goes back to Metropolis, and he runs into his dad, Jonathan, and then he drives off before Jonathan to realize it's him. And then the second story is about Whitney in the Army, in the Marines, and Lana pretty much sends him a video breaking up with him. And throughout this story, Whitney is writing his response letter, and they go on this mission. And they got this new lieutenant that really doesn't know what he's doing, so they had to deal with that in this story as well. And like I said, they go there, and then hit break loose, and crap hits the fan, and they pretty much are able to save the people that are there. But in doing so, they had to stay behind because there's not enough room on the helicopter. And let's see here. Yeah, that's where it's saying that there ain't no room on the helicopter and they gotta stay behind. And it ends the story with it looking like Whitney gets blown up right after he finishes the response letter to Lana. But other than that, that's all that really happened in this comic. My question for y'all is y'all have ever read Smallville issue 5? What'd y'all like about it? As always, I'll burn on Make Here Preacher Man R&B signing out, guys. GG's awesome. It's been another episode of Retro Land Comments. See y'all next time.